Welcome, everyone, to another episode of PC Building Simulator. If you remember in our last episode, we had a couple of PCs that we were waiting for some parts to come in. This one needed a hard drive, and this one out here needed a motherboard. So we'll need to end our day to get those. And we got some emails, so I'm going to go through those real quick. So if we need to order any other parts, we can get it all done and get them all in at the same time. So here's a new build. It says, you work with computers, right? I need a new PC. Apparently, I need to use something called Adobe Premiere Pro CC, minimum spec. I'm a total Zotac fanboy. ASAP, please. It's urgent. Hope you can help. So $1,375 to build a PC that can run Adobe Premiere Pro CC, minimum spec. I think that's more than enough money, so I'm sure we'll be able to build something nice for that. And then we've got this one. What's up? I'm pretty sure I managed to break something. Can you figure out what's wrong with it? I thought the motherboard was dirty, so I cleaned it with the Hoover. My friend says she thinks it's the motherboard. I know used parts can be cheaper, but I'd like new ones, please. I've had some bad experiences where people haven't properly benchmarked their changes. So diagnose and fix. So we'll accept that one. And we will accept that to build that PC. We've got the parts coming in for these two. Let's see, on Tuesday. So we will go ahead and end our day, get our parts in. Actually, we won't. I'm going to order parts for this one we need to build so we can get those in. Almost forgot. Would have screwed that up. So I will be back shortly as soon as I have a build list ready. All right, so we are back. Here's the build list, missing a few things because I've got some stuff in inventory. But we're going to go with the H170, the i5-6600, a Cooler Master Air Pro 4, 2 sticks of ADATA Premiere 8 gig, a Zotac 1050 Ti, an ADATA Ultimate 240 gig SSD, and a Corsair Obsidian, which I think we built in the last episode. And if they're building something for video editing, they're going to need space for hard drives and stuff, which the Corsair Obsidian has. We're also going to put a EVGA 450 watt B3 PSU in there, which we already have in stock, and a 3 terabyte Seagate Barracuda, which we already have in stock. So I'm going to go ahead and order this stuff and get it in here for the next day. We'll end our day, and we'll get things rolling. Okay. Here's all of our parts. Let's get this one that we were working on in the last episode. Yes. Let's get this one on this bench, because we've got to completely put that one back together. And let's get this one finished out, because all we need to do for this one is get a new hard drive in it. So just a 1 terabyte. Let's get that cabled up. And while we're back here, let's go ahead and put the back of this case on. Which one is it? That one. Whoops. What did I just do there? Is that done? Oh, okay. So let's get a USB drive in and power it up. No RAM. I kind of figured that was going to be an issue. Let's get this RAM put in the right slot. Could be a bad stick of RAM. Let's try putting it in the, not necessarily the right slot, but what I would consider the right slot. This one? No. Wow, what RAM was in there? Was it this one? There we go. Get that installing. Do we still have a problem? It still says diagnose and fix. I mean, there shouldn't be viruses on here because I just put a new hard drive in. But let's try it. You never know. This game does some weird things sometimes. Yep, that's not it. Diagnose problem. Well, do we need to run 3D Mark? Get this restarted again. See if 3D Mark can tell us anything. Maybe the graphics card's gone out as well, or is going out. Alright, well, we'll let that run. Let's start putting this guy back together. Let's see. Get the motherboard in here. There we go. Let's get our CPU in. This one. Get some thermal paste on there. I really don't remember what cooler was on this. With this one? Well, let's hope it was that one. Start cabling things up since I've already got that select. Oh, I don't think he had red cables. Whoops. Get out of that. I think he had white cables in this. But that's probably going to be wrong too. That looks good with white cables though. Let's get graphics card back in. And we'll get that cabled up. This thing yeah, it had one of these. Anything else that needs to be plugged in? Let's try cabling it up. See if she boots. No RAM. Oh, that's what I forgot. You guys are probably screaming at me to put the RAM in. Now let's try it. Okay. Let's put our USB drive in this one. We may need to... Let's check it for viruses. Let's put 3D Mark on there as well. Go ahead and run both of those things, make sure everything's working fine. Just wait on this guy to start up. Let's do virus first. Oh yeah, lots of viruses. Let's get that cleaned up. Let's run a 3D Mark. Think we're done, but we'll let it run anyway. This is still saying diagnose and fix. I'm just not sure what else is wrong with this thing. Let's take a look. This was LegalM. Let's see. Waggled the RAM too hard. Be anything. I ran 3D Mark. Oh, did I put the wrong RAM back in? Because it looks like we're charging him for RAM. Not entirely sure what RAM was in this. Could be... Oh, the RAM is broken. Oh, I did put the wrong RAM in. We need to order some 3000 MHz 8 gig RAM from Team Group. Let's get that ordered. Do it the easy way. We need one of those. There we go. And we'll get that on the next day. I'm going to go ahead and take this guy off the bench, though, so we can get other things going. So this is done. Let's get this case put back together. A very interesting case. Okay, so there is one done. Let's grab this. This is for our build. We can grab our little build sticker here. This is also a diagnose and fix. Let's take a look at this one. Let's get it cabled up and see if it does anything. Nothing. It could be the power supply. Let's see if it says, what was this? Bland Edna. Oh, the motherboard was dirty and cleaned it with a Hoover. Well, let's pull the motherboard out and see if that's what it is. Get stuff unplugged here. Well, there we go. Get that out of there. That out and that. And we'll take a look at this motherboard. And we'll take out the standoffs that don't need to come out. I think I say that every video. Let's take a look. Looks like that motherboard is broken, so we'll order another one of those. Oh, let's get one of those in. Okay. We'll order that at the end of our day here because we need RAM for that, motherboard for that. Let's get this PC built. Get these standoffs in. Oh, we'll get the motherboard installed. Nice. So let's get the processor in next. And I ordered a 60 i5 6600 for this one. And we'll get the RAM clips open. We'll get some RAM installed. And we went with the ADATA, less expensive stuff here. Get some thermal paste. And we got the Master Air for this one. Go ahead and plug that in. Let's get our power supply in next. We're going to use this EVGA unit. And we're going to have to pull a couple of these out. And we will get our graphics card. We got the Zotac. Oh, I guess I only needed to pull one out. It looks like it's a 2-slot, but not. So let's put cover back in here. We will get our SSD. Whoops. Installed. Open that and we'll get our 3 terabyte put in. What is happening here? What did I do? I've got too many drive bays open. Let's try that again. Don't want to remove that. I just want to, there we go. Close the drive bay. What else? Do we need anything else? Let's start cabling it up and then we'll see. I don't think they said anything about cable color. But I like the white cables, so let's stick with those. Okay. Anything else? Didn't forget the RAM this time. Oh, let's plug it up. Try to start it. That will surely show me what I have forgotten to install. Not what I want. I want this USB drive. Loading up. Make sure everything works. Let's get our side panel back on this. I don't think we need to run any benchmarks. Let's get this out and into the hallway. We'll get this one back up on the bench. Let's do this. Let's just change this to same day delivery. We'll buy it now. Get our parts, and let's get these fixed. Did I order the wrong thing? Oh, I did. I ordered white instead of red. Oh, geez. Why do I have a feeling this isn't going to work? Oh, maybe it will. Let's try it. Let's cable it up. He's getting a white stick of RAM if this works. Oh, that worked. Let's get the case put back together and we can get this one out in the hall. And this one, whoops. We need to put a whole new motherboard in, so let's get that. We sell the broken one. Let's get our processor in. And we'll get our RAM installed. Let's get some thermal paste on here. I believe that was their cooler. I don't think the green and red goes good together, but that's just my thoughts on it. Let's get their graphics card. Start cabling it up. And we'll get all these cables plugged into the back. And let's see if it works. Well, that's doing that. Let's get the PCI lock on here. All right, so that's done. Let's get the case put back together. And let's get it out in the hall. Let's go collect some money. Get that one. And that one. Oops. And that one. And that one. Got some new parts available. Okay. So in the next episode, we'll go through these emails that came in. And we'll accept any new stuff. I'm going to end this episode here. If you enjoyed this episode, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. If you want to catch more of my content when it goes live, be sure to subscribe and click the little bell icon next to the subscribe button. And that'll let you know as soon as a new episode goes live on my channel. I hope everybody has a wonderful day, and I will see you in the next episode.